I'm going all in on content creation this year. And it's no secret that I want to get monetized by the 15th of April. So today I'm going to share my plans and exactly how I intend to do this. So, first of all, let's talk about shorts because a lot of people in my comments, well, at least for the size of my channel, have been telling me that shorts have been growing their channels. And I didn't expect this, so thank you if you've commented anything like that. So, shorts might be part of the plan because I don't really know what shorts I would post and how to get or shorts involved in my channel, but I'm going to start to maybe try to do that or at least think about it, and it might be coming in the near future. No real plans yet, but it's it's actually torturing me because this seems to actually be working. So maybe people are watching shorts that are maybe a little bit older. So that's one thing that I want to do. And if you've been making shorts, let me know, do the subscribers that come on the shorts actually watch the full length videos that you put out or not, or are they just watching shorts? Because I want to make the long form content my real content and not something that's completely out of the blue. But if you have a channel out there, it seems that making shorts are a good thing to do. You need to actually be making shorts. The next thing is going to be titles and thumbnails. Because I realized that if I make a or a great title specifically, we'll talk about thumbnails, but a great title that gets people in, that has a good structure to it, that gets people intrigued, tends to tends to really get some views, even though the video might not be the one that gets the most views generally right now. My most viewed video, or one that's a 1 out of 10 right now on my analytics, is an analytics video. So it's not the videos that gets watched the most usually. It's they are videos that people watch a lot longer than my other videos, but the title is really intriguing, and I found out that to be true. So I'm going to really concentrate on titles as much as possible this year because that tends to do really, really well. So have a real good structure. Maybe rethink the titles that I like for this video. I wrote the titles this morning, and I had some titles ready yesterday, and when I watched them again or read them again this morning, they weren't as enticing as I would like them to do. So I recreated them this morning. So titles are going to be fundamental to the growth of this channel. And I think that's one of the most important points. And if you have a YouTube channel, I think that's something that you really need to concentrate on. Now let's talk about the thumbnails. So I do post some text on my thumbnails to complement my titles. I learned that you really shouldn't post the same text you have in your titles as you do on your thumbnails, but it's something that you want to complement your title with. So they only have to be 2 or 3 words at most four, and I try to keep them as low as possible, but I do want to keep some text. Now, my thumbnails, I usually make some sort of face to not exaggerate it, but to have the idea of the YouTube video that I want to watch. And some people have been saying that my videos or my thumbnails are super, like, they're not, I don't work on them very much or something like that, which is true, but there's a reason for that. The reason for that is I don't want to have something completely different to the video that you'll be watching. So if I'm filming a video like this in this room, I want the thumbnail to be like that you see the thumbnail, you click on it, and you get what you clicked on, not something completely random or something super different. And that's something that's important. That's the videos that I watch, and my videos aren't super edited either. I try to keep them as raw as possible. Now, I have changed something since the beginning of this channel where I would just post the video as is. If there were blanks, I would post them. If I was rambling on, I would post them. Now I try to cut these things off. So when I'm filming, I'll repeat a sentence if it's not right or if I don't feel it's right. So that's something that I specifically do right now. But other than that, I don't want some flashy things. Now, some people have been commenting that my sound isn't great, and I think that's true. That is a problem, and if you have a cheap solution, so right now I'm filming on my iPhone, so if you have a cheap solution that you can plug into your iPhone, let me know in the comments because I need to do something about the sounds. The sound, that's 100% true. I've tried some softwares, but I tried Adobe podcasts or something like that, which is free. And at first it was working, and now it sounds like it doesn't sound right. So I stopped using it. So let me know if you have a solution. Maybe it's a cheap mic or something that you can plug into your phone, or maybe a software that's free that you can use. I don't know. So let me know in the comments for the sound. Now, let's talk about the room that I'm in right now. A lot of people have been telling me that I need to change the place where I'm filming. I think that's true, but there's a few problems. One, I could film outside, but right now it's -4, and I've never ever had that, and I've been living here for 2 decades now, and I've never had those temperatures, so there's no way I'm filming outside at this time of the year. I walk my dog for an hour and a half, and then I'm done. I'm not going outside anymore. So that's one. Second, I might have a place where I could film uh, on occasion, but not very often, which is not my place. So I have to figure that out, but it might be complicated. But I might be able to squeeze in a couple of videos somewhere else. So if you see videos somewhere else, that means I made it work. So that's another thing. But also, you might be asking yourself, he's doing so much for this. Why does he really even want to feel like? Why does he even want to quit his job or to go full time on content creation? Quitting my job has actually happened, but we'll talk about that later on. So I want to do this because every single job that I've had, it did not feel right. Nothing felt right. It didn't, I think I'm just not made for this, and I love content creation, so that's something that I really want to do. And I there are some really big ups and downs, like during the Christmas holidays. Well, I've had a great time on Christmas and New Year's Eve, but really the other than that, it's been a really low because nobody was watching my videos. I was getting no subscribers, and I thought that it might be because of Christmas, because that's that was my thing that was maybe happening. And at the end, I realized that yes, people in the comments told me that it was the case, that the views dropped, the revenue dropped for the people that were monetized. And I've watched some other videos that people were also saying that, but I didn't know that, and I wasn't expecting that because my channel was growing faster than ever before, and then it's just stopped. I stopped getting views, I stopped getting subscribers, and it seems that right now it's picking up again. So maybe I'll be growing faster, but well, I'll show you that on the Monday videos, which is my analytics videos. So even though I felt really down on those days, and I didn't even feel like watching my analytics, I didn't feel like filming videos, I I didn't enjoy any of that. But I still kept posting 3 videos a day or a week, not a day, because that's something that I think that's important if you really have a goal that you really want to hit, which is getting monetized by the 15th of April, and then moving on, and I'll have some other goals later on. So that's one. But when I do make things work and I do have a video that hits over 100 views specifically, or if a video gets a ton of comments, which is my most important part on this channel, which is what I like the most, the videos that get views, comments and stuff, that really gets me pumped. And this video, I really wanted to film it. The videos during Christmas that were failing one after the other, not so much. So that's just one of the key things that I have to work on, and just basically detach myself from the growth of this channel, even though that's the goal. So I just have to do what I can control, which is posting 3 times a week and getting the titles as best as possible, the thumbnails as best as possible, and what I'm talking about as best as I can. So if you have any other tips, some people have been telling me some tips, and some of them I take, some of them I don't, but either way, I really enjoy hearing about your tips that, something could be better in my videos. I read all of them, I respond to all of them, and that's what it is. So if you've watched this far into the video, thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe. But there's another thing that I want to talk to you about, because it actually does take some time to write some content, to create content, to do all of that stuff. And that's something that you might be struggling with. So I quit my job, but I wouldn't advise anybody to do that. But there are some really good tips that I want to talk about to gain some time that I did in my video where I talk about quitting my job. So watch that video right there, and so you can see how to get back your time. With that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.